Now, though it seems a lot of months, कि 15 months hai, maybe I'll skip tomorrow, I'll just skip a week and then I'll start. 15 months is a very less time. Okay, those students who have been trying for 2 years, 3 years, still they are not able to crack. The success rate, कि बहुत कम seats होते हैं. Though there are a lot of people who are giving this competition, but students like Raghav Jhunjhunwala, students like Lakshya Agarwal, many students again manage to come into the list. Why? Because of consistency. So there are 3 pillars of preparation in any exam. So for UPSC 2027, we are going to make sure that we follow these 3 steps, 3 pillars, which is strategy, content and mentorship. इन 3 चीजों पे हमेशा build up रहेगा. What is going to be your active recall? Active recall is going to make sure that you open the first page again and then you recall, okay, this is Charter Act 1835. So what happened in this? This is what you ask yourself. This session is going to be about how to proceed with your strategy for 2027 attempt. Right? It's going to be a blueprint for you guys that how to prepare smart for UPSC 2027. Okay. Now, though it seems a lot of months, 15 months hai, okay, maybe I'll skip tomorrow, I'll just skip a week and then I'll start. 15 months is a very less time. Okay, those students who have been trying for 2 years, 3 years, still they are not able to crack. I know many of my friends who have been trying for more than 8 or 9 years, but still are not able to crack. So 15 months is again a very less time. Okay, so make sure that you have this in your head कि बहुत time नहीं है मेरे पास. I have a sufficient amount of time with me and have to make a very good use of it. That's why how to prepare smart for this UPSC 2027. That's what we are going to see. I hope you understand. So this is where you need to understand the importance of these 15 months. Now, we know that success is a very rare phenomenon. Now, why I'm saying this? Because the success rate, how many students or how many aspirants fill the form of UPSC civil services examination. The number of students who appear for the exams are around 5 lakh. 5 lakh. Okay, भरने वाले form जो who do fill the form are many more, but who appear for the exam are around 5 lakhs. Okay, and how many get passed? Final list में कितने आते हैं बच्चे? 5 lakh students fill the form, appear for the exam. We get 1000 plus minus maybe 20, 30. ठीक है, 50 पकड़ लो. Right? Kabhi 950 seats, kabhi 1050 seats, right? So 5 lakh students appearing, studying, using all the content available in the market, और सिर्फ 1000 बच्चे पास हो रहे. Understanding? वो भी ऐसे नहीं कि एक एरिया से हो रहे हैं या एक इंस्टीट्यूशन से हो रहे हैं. All around the world, whole pan India, there are n number of students who are coming out and being successful. So success is a very rare phenomenon when it comes to UPSC. All right. So, because there is unfair competition with unfair advantages, okay, we cannot say कि अरे this person, you know, a lot of persons who have been into the service and yet they give attempt and of course they have a very good advantage over you all. Okay, ऐसी बहुत सारी चीजें हैं where we feel like this is a very unfair competition. Okay, if you compare a CA exam, ये सब लोगों को पता होगा चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट वाला एग्जाम, if you compete with that exam, even if it is a tough examination, but साल में 2 बार होता है. साल में 2 बार होता है. Plus, if you pass one level, the next time, if you do not clarify the second level, you have to again give the second level, not the first level. यहाँ पे अगर prelims fail हो जाते हो, prelims pass हो जाता हो, mains कर लेते हो, but mains fail होने के बाद again you have to give prelims, not continue with mains. So this is again very unfair competition also. Right? But we are competing for a very highest level, very high level in the government. So again, it also makes sense that why this competition, why this exam is so tough. Okay, so now there are things that there are aspirants who are already in service, are in competition with you. We have reservations, we have all of these things. Okay, we also have the success rate कि बहुत कम seats होते हैं. Though there are a lot of people who are giving this competition, but students like Raghav Jhunjhunwala, students like Lakshya Agarwal, many students again manage to come into the list. Why? Because of consistency. There's only one answer to all of this, which is consistency. ठीक है, तुम्हारे हाथ में, देर इज नथिंग टू चेंज थ्रू यूपीएससी। तुम यूपीएससी को कितना भी खत लिखो, कंप्लेन्स लिखो कि रिलीज दिस, डू दैट, डू दिस, कंडक्ट द एग्जामिनेशन फास्टर, कंप्लीट द प्रोसीजर इन अ ईयर, thing is gonna happen, right? You cannot go and change the system because it's fixed. What can you change is your mindset, your approach, and that is going to come with consistency. If you make sure that these 15 months you are going to invest it, give your whole with consistency, nothing like it. Okay, but consistency hona zaruri. I have seen students, I have seen my students also who are so bright, okay, who have been very bright in their graduation, school में बहुत अच्छे हैं, start की पढ़ाई में भी they also do lot of good efforts, but because there is very less consistency at the end, जब exam आती है, they are like, they cannot manage things because they have not been following what have been told. Okay, but there are students who are very average in 10th, in 12th, in graduation, but their IQ is also not that good, but they choose consistency. They make sure that every day they study what they have been told, they give test, they analyze, they follow the mentor, the guide, everything properly. That is where this change comes, right? So, though सबके पास एक स्ट्रैटेजी होती है, सबके पास मेंटर होता है, एवरीवन हैज लॉट ऑफ कंटेंट, अभी तो यू हैव, आई डोंट नो, सो मच ऑफ कंटेंट इन द मार्केट, एवरीथिंग यू हैव, बट देयर इज ओनली वन थिंग मिसिंग फ्रॉम योर साइड व्हिच इज हार्ड वर्क, एंड हार्ड वर्क करेंगे तो कंसिस्टेंसी आएगी. ओके, promise yourself that I'll be consistent, then only sit for this examination or start preparing for this examination. If you cannot promise yourself hard work and consistency, make sure that you do not waste your time. Okay, हार्ड वर्क और कंसिस्टेंसी करोगे तभी ही वो लिस्ट में आ पाओगे, एंड देन ओनली यू वुड बी सेटिस्फाइड. Okay, this is a very privileged exam, privileged post. You get so much of power and respect and everything there, but for that hard work is necessary. हार्ड वर्क करना तुम्हारा काम है, स्मार्ट वर्क से कैसे आगे बढ़ाना है तुम लोगों को, वो हमारा काम. Okay, so how to do that using smart work, we'll tell you. Okay, now I'm going to give you the example of Raghav Jhunjhunwala. See, he got 1042 marks in this attempt, and he got AR 4. Now, because the success rate is so absurd and so illogical that we cannot understand whether we are going to get into the list or not, even he packed up his bags and went home. तो उसने पैक कर लिए थे अपने बैग और घर चला गया था. उसको लगा था इंटरव्यू बहुत खराब गया है, very bad. He packed up his bags and went home. When the results were announced, he still did not believe it, and he thought someone was pranking over him or something. Okay, this is how UPSC tricks you. Okay, not only in results but also in the exams. This was the difference of marks that he gained: 898 marks in his previous attempt, and a very huge jump, 1042 marks. Now, this is not because he उसने कुछ अलग फॉर्मूला यूज किया, नहीं. He knew that I have prepared very well. I have to, what are my goals, where I have to improvise, and the consistency of preparing for a year continue. He had given himself a number of years. इतना मैं पढ़ूंगा, हुआ तो नहीं हुआ, but he made sure that he does his part, which is hard work, which is consistency, which is smart. Okay, so there are 3 pillars of preparation in any exam. So for UPSC 2027, we are going to make sure that we follow these 3 steps, 3 pillars, which is strategy, content, and mentorship. इन 3 चीजों पे हमेशा build up रहेगा. Okay, strategy is going to help you understand that what you are going to do, how you are going to do, and how long each subject, each topic is going to take. Content is making you realize that how much to use what is available in the market. Okay, not to get confused, ye bhi padhna hai, wo bhi padhna hai, this and that. No, this I have to read, this is best, and that's it. Okay, revising that content number of times is going to help. And because you should know the strategy, you should know which content to use, how to use that content, you need mentorship. A mentorship is something which will make sure that you are always on the correct path. Okay, because in this 15 months, it is obvious कि आप हमेशा भटकोगे, you will go wander here and there. Okay, mentorship is needed so that you always come on track. There is always an external pressure with internal pressure that you have to come back on track. Okay, how? I make you understand. So let's go first with the strategy. How to go with the strategy? What should be the strategy? First, understand कि क्या mistakes होती है. Okay, what are the mistakes and how you should be. Make sure that you do not have blank targets. You have a very improvised strategy in front of you that I have to complete in 1 month this much, in the upcoming 6 months this much, till December this much, and in this week this much. So there should not be कि आज बैठा हूँ, आज economics खोल दिया, I opened and started reading economics NCERT, and now I'm done. Tomorrow maybe I'll read देखेंगे, or tomorrow I'll just revise, or tomorrow I'll just read newspaper or some news content. These are the blank targets that students follow when they start the preparation, and that is a very, very, very wrong approach. After 1 or 2 months, you will understand that I have done nothing. ओके एंड देन अगेन प्रेशर बढ़ने लगेगा, 1 साल ही बच्चा है, एग्जाम का रिजल्ट लगेगा तब तक 2026 का, एंड देन यू विल फील लाइक ओके व्हाट टू डू, व्हाट हैज टू बी डन, एंड द प्रेशर स्टार्ट्स बिल्डिंग अप. So no blank targets. Have a very scheduled target in front of you that this has to be done. I'll show you how to do that. Understanding why and understanding that why I have to do this subject and how I have to do this subject. Okay, ऐसा नहीं है कि बस लक्ष्मीकांत उठा दिया पढ़ लेना चालू कर दिया. No. Why I am studying polity? How should I study polity? What segments are important here? This is what you have to understand. And third is believe in your own strategy. First, we need a lot of support, lot of guide to make a strategy. Once you have made a strategy, you work on it. Before you start working on it, you have to make yourself believe in that strategy. Ki, haan, this is the strategy that is going to work best for me. If this is the best strategy that I'm going to follow and I believe in it, then you will make sure that I am following each and every target. Okay, so strategy for each and every student is different. Every mentor makes sure कि हर एक बच्चे को अच्छे से पहचान ले, whether he's working, whether his efficiency is lot or whether his efficiency is less, कितने घंटे पढ़ सकता है, कितने घंटे रिवाइज कर सकता है. एवरीथिंग इज अंडरस्टूड एंड एनालाइज्ड बाय अ मेंटर एंड अकॉर्डिंगली टारगेट्स गिवन, अकॉर्डिंगली योर स्ट्रेटजी इज बिल्ड. ठीक है, obviously your general strategy is always there, but then daily targets, weekly targets according to how the student is performing is given. Okay, so you have to understand that this is going to be my strategy and you have to believe in that strategy. This is going to make work for you. Okay, bus blankly आज उठ के ये पढ़ो कर ये करो, this is not going to work. You have to make sure that you have a good strategy in front of you. This is an example of how weekly and daily planning should be. So if you're a working professional, if you're going to college or something, so the number of slots will decrease or increase according to what kind of situation you're in. Okay, so there are a number of 5 slots. One includes current affairs, other includes core subject reading, third include another core subject reading, and fourth include MCQs and writing practice on micro themes, and the fifth includes revision and active recall. In the revision, we can give tests, we can analyze, we can revise everything. Okay, but see here, these are March dates. So from March 1 till March 8, which is like a week planning, we make sure that you study current affairs. ओके, करंट अफेयर्स इज इंपॉर्टेंट. अगर अभी से करंट अफेयर्स करोगे तो बल्क और बहुत ही कम बैकलॉग होगा इन दी प्रीलिम्स पार्ट, राइट? देन वी मेक श्योर दैट यू स्टार्ट एनी कोर सब्जेक्ट. ओके, if you have time, if you are a full-time aspirant, then we make sure that you also study one more core subject. So 2 subjects at a time. Okay, very simple targets, but 2 subjects will make your brain more active. Okay, बहुत बोर हो जाता है अगर एक ही सब्जेक्ट पढ़ते रहो, and then after a week or 2 you will feel like खत्म क्यों नहीं हो रहा. Okay, and this creates very lethargic mindset in yourself. So we try to make sure that we start with 2 subjects, one which you are interested in and one which is compulsory to study. Okay, and then there is one slot 4, where we make sure that you also practice MCQs. Okay, or writing practice of mains. How to do that? I have not studied anything, then how will I start attempting MCQs? How will I start writing answers? Don't worry, we make sure that everything is done properly. Fifth slot is always the important slot. Every person who is not qualifying miss this slot. दिस इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट स्लॉट और हर एक बच्चे को इतना आलस आता है, इतना लेजीनेस होता है जस्ट टू फॉलो दिस पर्टिकुलर स्लॉट विच इज रिविजन और एक्टिव रिकॉल. दिस is the most important segment of your day. If you do not follow this segment, if you skip this, it's not going to work. So understand the solution or the things that you are saying, memorizing, ratification, consolidating, forgetting curve, ये सब कुछ manage करने के लिए there is one single solution which is revision to retain all the things that you have read. What mistake, I'll tell you what mistake do students make is that if you start reading a book, if you have completed reading a book, what you will do is you will again open the book and you will start reading it in the name of revision. Okay, okay, I read this historical background, I'll read it again and I'm going to revise it like this. No, that's the biggest mistake that students do. That's not active recall, that's passive recall. That's passive revision and it's not going to help anyways. Active recalling or revision means that once you have completed one topic or maybe the daily target, okay, मैंने आज समझो 3 chapters complete कर लिए. What is going to be your active recall? Active recall is going to make sure that you open the first page again and then you recall, okay, this is Charter Act 1835. So what happened in this? This is what you ask yourself. Okay, ना कि ये पढ़े अच्छा Charter Act this happened. No. Indian Council Act 1909. Okay, this happened. No. Indian Council Act 1909. Close the book. Make sure that you pressurize your brain कि क्या पढ़ा था 1909 में. Something, at least 2 points from the all 8 to 9 points. If you remember at least 2 points, that's a win situation. Because आपने एक बार पढ़ा है वो, ऐसा तो होगा ही नहीं कि सारे points याद आएंगे. But if you pressurize your brain to recall things, next time when you read, that time the brain will be very alert कि भाई ये मुझे ना next time पूछेगा कि क्या पढ़ा है. ये तो अभी ही अच्छे से retain कर लेगा. Okay, that's how you train your brain. All right. So active recalling is important. If you do this, it's a very boring thing. I understand that. At the end of the day, to again open what you have read, it's a very boring thing to do. But if you make this as a habit, आपको नींद नहीं आएगी जब तक आप revision ना करो. And it's a very good thing. So please make sure that the last slot is always there. We as mentor, we make sure कि आपके पूरे slot में revision का slot हो ही. Okay, how we test whether you have done revision? By tests, by giving you tests. So see here also, यहाँ पे भी दिखाया है हमने कि polity basic test, polity basic test 2, governance basic test, all the things that you have read. Even Lakshmikant के chapter wise test होते हैं. So even if you read one chapter, we make sure that you give test on that chapter. We make sure that you see what things you have made wrong. Okay, so this is how active recalling and then analyzing कि जो भी recall किया है वो टेस्ट में आने के बाद कितना याद आ रहा है. All right, so everything is going to be important. Coming back to this, so understand the timeline. ये general timeline होता है April 2026 to May 2027. What people think is I'll start on April, I'll finish it off in December. Then from Jan I'll start prelims preparation and then I'll give prelims in May 2027. No. The real timeline is that from April till July, you have to complete the core subjects, the 4 core subjects. 4 to 5 core subjects. I'll tell you which. From July to November, you have to make sure that जो भी पढ़ा है आपने 4 core subjects उसका revision हो रहा है. Plus you're studying for mains, which is GS 1, 2, 3, 4. And your optional will start from the first day of preparation itself. Optional is a thing which makes you grab those higher ranks in the list. Because 500 marks for the option. So optional को हल्के में नहीं लेना है. Optional का पढ़ाई first day of preparation से start करना है. Even if you give 1 hour daily, it's okay. But December तक you have to make sure that I'm done with optional. Majority portion of optional, which is like 70 to 80% of optional with answer writing is done. Okay. Till November, if you finish this, November to December is going to be your buffer zone. Buffer zone मतलब क्या? That this time you're going to just correct yourself. If this is left, that is left, or maybe my option is not completed, or my GS4 is very week, or some subjects I'm not able to recall properly, answer writing practice करना है, so that is going to be a buffer zone कि November to December ये complete करना है, because Diwali आती है, Christmas आता है, students tend to give themselves little space. So November to December में वो phase होता है जहाँ पे आप पढ़ाई कर सकते हो वापस जो थोड़ी बहुत मिस हुई है. Okay, but make sure that you have an end target till November. If you have an end target till December कि December तक complete करना है तो वो January तक extend होगा. So don't do that. Make sure that you have a target that I will complete everything till November. So that November to December you have a buffer zone. Then from January, everything is about prelims. From Jan to March, it will be the first round of iteration where you read each and everything through the perspective of prelims, give daily test. From March to May is going to be revision, reading current affairs, CSAT, everything. Okay? So this is the real timeline, not just giving yourself the 6-7 months and then the upcoming year. Okay, so the first phase, which is going to be March or April from till July 2026, so foundation and 5 subjects: polity, geography, environment, economics, and history. Now, we do not consider usually environment as our core subject. Why? Because core subject ethics to be started in the second phase. I'll tell you. Wait, hold on, guys. I'm telling you everything. Okay, sabar rakho, patience. So, in the first phase of foundation, if there are students I have seen aspirants who are giving their second or third attempt, who come very new to us. Okay, this is my third attempt, and we assume that okay, your polity would be done, but when we take test or when we see that what kind of questions they can attempt, it's shocking. It's a very big shock for us that very simple questions also they are not able to solve. Okay, at least geography or in economics and environment, these subjects are very weaker on their side. क्यों? Because you have never analyzed yourself. आपको पता ही नहीं रहता कि मेरी कितनी पढ़ाई हुई है. You'll always study till the last moment of the prelims. You will give the prelims, you won't pass the prelims, and you'll always think, अच्छा, only that subject made me fail in the prelims. You'll not analyze it. Okay, we help you to analyze this. हमें पता चल जाता है कि बच्चे का क्या क्या कितना एक्चुअल में प्रिपरेशन होता है. And all the students, I'm saying all, majority of the students have only prepared 10%. Okay, maybe 10% is also more, I'm saying. So we make sure that all the subjects are covered very nicely. जितने भी core books है, जितने भी core subjects है, all we make sure that you complete till July 2026. Why? Because polity, geography, environment, economics, and history, these subjects are again going to play an important role in your mains preparation. Okay, इसी पे पूरा UPSC खेलता है. Okay, if you have these 5 subjects nicely done, you're good to go. कोई नहीं रोक सकता आपको पास होने से. ठीक है? So this is, I'm going to just give you an example of my student, how we have started and how consistency works here. Okay, we start usually with polity. If you ask any of the Civilsdaily student, the first subject that we usually start is with polity. If your polity is good, then it's okay. We can start with some other technical subject. But अगर नहीं आपको नहीं है पता, तो we start with polity. Why? Because polity is a very safe subject. It's easy subject, we can say. You understand it quickly, and everyone is good in polity. All the aspirants are good at it. So जो सब लोगों को आता है वो मुझे तो आना ही चाहिए. Okay. Plus, it is something which you will understand the system. Okay, understand the things about. So we start with polity. Look here. This is the sheet of a student who was enrolled in January 2026. Okay. Now she's in college and she started her preparation. You can see her, she completed her polity NCRTs in 4 to 5 days. NCRTs were completed. We have annotated NCRTs, marked up NCRTs है, तो वो पढ़ने को थोड़ा easy हो जाता है. We made sure that उसने mentorship test दिया था. Test मतलब क्या, जो polity के NCRTs है उसके ऊपर हम test conduct करते हैं, MCQs test, and then we analyze it. We understand, okay, this is how it is. She started her Lakshmikant, which is the core book of polity, on February 1st or 2nd. And see here, she completed it. You can see. Yes, she completed it in the 1st, 2nd of March. It had been done. Okay, matlab kya? She took 1 month. Now, this is a general parameter that we follow for everyone. Some students take 40 days, 45 days, some take 20, 25 days. Who students who are very much good in polity, they can complete it in 15 days also. But she made sure that all the targets that were assigned to her, she made them complete in that particular time frame. Okay, and we make sure that we make you understand everything. Unit 1 कैसे पढ़ना है, Unit 2 कैसे पढ़ना है, Unit 3 कैसे पढ़ना है, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, only thing you have to do is read it, revise it, and attempt the test. She also gave each and every test of Lakshmikant chapters. All the tests were given, all the tests were discussed. She completed it in 1 month. She is now, this is what March going on, she has completed economics and she is now starting environment. Okay. So I know that this student will complete all her core subjects till July. Maybe till June also she can complete if she is very fast because she has exams now. But अगर ये ऐसी करती रही ना, तो she'll complete everything till July and will start the mains preparation as soon as possible. Okay, these are the students who go further. This is the consistency that you choose every time. These are the NCRTs that I'm talking to you about. Okay. ये वाला है वो NCRTs जो marked up NCRTs है that are provided by Civilsdaily, so don't worry about it. Now, after polity, usually students think कि क्या पढ़ेंगे, कौन सा subject start करेंगे. So as I said, polity is a subject which is very easy and it's very conceptual, but not technical. ठीक है, बहुत ही उसमें कुछ फंडे नहीं होते, कैलकुलेशन नहीं होते. Like this is what it is, what happens, this is what I'm going to follow. What is the next subject that you should take? Now, because polity is a non-technical subject, the next subject that you should take should always be technical. Okay, and that can be geography. If not geography, if you feel like, okay, I'm not comfortable with geography, then you can choose economics. Economics Q, economics is also a technical subject. But after polity, make sure that you go for a technical subject, either geography or economics. Okay. The next subject after geography should be environment. Why? Because geography and environment go hand in hand. अगर आपने second subject economics किया है, then try to do geography as your third subject. Okay. But make sure कि geography और environment एक दूसरे के बाद हो. Okay. One after the other. Why? Because you will understand the relation between one geography and environment, and it will be easier for you to understand. And the last subject can be history. Why history should be last? Because it is a vast subject. If you start history today, it is going to take you 1.5 months. If this subject is placed in between the preparation, what happens is कि बहुत time लग जाता है तुमको complete करने को, and then you start feeling कि अरे since many days I'm doing this history, it's not getting completed, फिर bore होता है, फिर then you go and find some distraction उसमें, all of these things end up. So history is a subject which you can start at the end of the first phase and you can continue in the second phase also. जो first phase है उसके खत्म होते ही आप खत्म होने तक चालू कर सकते हो, and then you can continue in the second phase also because धीरे धीरे करके complete हो जाएगा. It has ancient, it has medieval, it has modern, it has world, it has art and culture, lot of things to do. इसलिए history takes time, so keep it at the last. करना compulsory है, you cannot skip it, but make sure that you keep it at the last. Okay, so understanding it, polity, geography, environment, economics, history. This is how you should start your preparation. All right. Next, make sure that you assess yourself at each level. जैसे यहाँ पे हमने देखा कि after everything, यहाँ पे टेस्ट दे दी, यहाँ पे टेस्ट दे दी, यहाँ पे भी टेस्ट दे दी. After each and every segment, the test was going on. This is how tests make you understand. यहाँ पे NCW, NCPACR पे टेस्ट लिया, 4 करेक्ट आए, 6 इनकरेक्ट आए. यहाँ पे अगर लक्ष्मीकांत का वापस टेस्ट लिया, 10 करेक्ट आए, 5 इनकरेक्ट आए हैं. Okay, but I am understanding here that okay, that this topics here I have got lot of correct. That means I have understood well. That topic, the NHRC वाला topic, वहाँ पे मेरे बहुत कम correct आए हैं, ज़्यादा wrong आए. That means those number of topics are very weak, and I'm going to revise that more. Okay, अगर assessment होगा at each level, तो ही आपको समझेगा कि मेरी कितनी पढ़ाई अच्छी सी हुई है. Even the mentor will understand that okay, this is how my student is performing and what more efforts I have to do on this, or what more efforts has the student to do. Okay. So this is how assessment is important. UAP में भी ultimate assessment program है. Assessment is a very very important thing, important part of the whole program. ठीक है? Look at this. This is my Telegram screenshot of a student who used to give me proof of work. So we always ask for proof of work from the students. Proof of work मतलब क्या? कि तुम आज पढ़ रहे हो, मुझे कैसे पता चलेगा? Okay, I cannot come at your place and see ki, okay, have you studied this much? I need to know that how much you have studied and how consistently you are doing things. So every night, the student used to ping me, ma'am, I have completed this much. Ma'am, I have completed this much. And this is how when our next call used to be scheduled, I used to see like, okay, itna ho gaya hai bachche ka, matlab he has done it sincerely. And from this, I can also calculate kitne din mein wo kitna complete kar raha hai. If he's completing 2 chapters in one day, that means that his efficiency is more. I can give him or I can increase his targets day by day. This is how he'll complete his syllabus faster. Okay. So this is consistency, and this is how external pressure from the mentor will help you. Got it? Second phase. Now, listen, this first phase, I hope everyone has understood. From April till July, the first phase is going to cover the first 5 core subjects, the foundation of the first core subjects, where you're going to read the NCERTs and the core book. Right? Give me a thumbs up if you have understood what the first phase, how the first phase should be, the strategy of first phase, sorry. Okay, good. So coming to second phase, which is going to be from July till November. As I said, कि November तक करना है, not till December. We have to make sure that we plan smart. If we feed into our brains कि I have to complete till November, then it will start hurrying up. Okay, अगर मैंने बोल दिया December, January तक you have time, then I'll get lazy. Okay, so make sure that you plan smart, implant yourself smartly, study deep, and then clear with that. Okay. Understand the content. Now the strategy I'm going to tell you, but understand how the content works. So this is the the second phase is going to be your mains phase. Okay. There is a logic behind why students who give mains, student who has given mains once, twice, thrice, 4 times, every time clears prelims. Q. Anyone can tell me? You would be knowing students, right? कि उन्होंने mains clear किया है. बहुत कम students रहते हैं जिन्होंने mains clear किया but could not clear prelims. But there are students, majority of the students who give mains always clear off prelims the next time. Why? So because their subject, this understanding of the subject is very strong. Okay? Each and every, now for example, economics. Okay, economics, when we read the core subject, when we only study for prelims, we'll only study what? We'll study the core book, we'll study the NCERTs, we'll overlap it with the current affairs. But जब हम यही subject mains के लिए पढ़ते, we see that why this is happening, what is the significance of this, what are the schemes that can be implemented, what is the current affairs, how the international economics is affecting the present economics of our country. Everything is studied through each and every perspective and in depth. तो हम अगर इतना पढ़ाई करेंगे for mains in each and every subject, which is GS 1, 2, 3, 4, for essay, for optional, your head will be clear with all the concepts. And concepts are what are asked in prelims. Correct? Okay. इसलिए mains preparation, which is the second phase, is the most important phase of your whole preparation. If this phase you have given your 100%, then your prelims phase will go very, very smooth. Okay, got it? I'll take all the doubts later. Please make sure that you ask me at the end of the session. I'll clear all the doubts. So यहाँ पे मैं example दूंगी that how we are going to clear it. Okay, how we are going to clear each and every. Now see this. GS3 consists of what? Economics, environment, technology, security, disaster management, in all of these things, right? यहाँ पे environment में सी environment में what they give कि environment and biodiversity is important, right? What UPSC has given in its UPSC main syllabus, that conservation, environment pollution and degradation, environmental impact assessment, these are the topics. इसमें से पूछने वाला है. Now let's consider environmental impact assessment. So this is PMFI's book. एनवायरमेंटल इम्पैक्ट असेसमेंट, यू रीड दिस फ्रॉम द बुक. जब हम कोर स्टडिंग करते हैं फर्स्ट फेज का, यू रीड दिस फ्रॉम द बुक दैट दिस इज एनवायरमेंटल इम्पैक्ट असेसमेंट. This is the original source which everyone has to go through. It can be Shankar Ayers, it can be PMFI's book, anything. Okay. But the question which comes in mains is what? What role do environmental NGOs and activists play in influencing environmental impact assessment outcomes for major projects in India? Cite 4 examples with all important details. This is the question which UPSC will ask in mains. But the things which get cleared through the core book is what is environmental impact assessment, the cycle, the procedures, and what are India's policies. Only this much, not beyond that. So how will you answer this question? उसमें करंट अफेयर्स इंप्लीमेंट होना चाहिए. बुक तो बहुत पहले लिखी हुई है, so it's not updated with current affairs. Plus the things which are being asked in the PYQs are also not updated. So how will you do this? Here comes the role of X factor notes. Now I am pretty sure that you would have heard about X factor notes, or those who have given mains. If you have friends who have given mains before, they would have 110% gone through X factor notes. These are best in the market right now because of the content that has been provided. Okay, so यहाँ पे you will get all the dimensions covered on each and every topic. Subject नहीं बोल रही हूँ मैं, topic बोल रही हूँ. Topic का भी हर एक चीज covered है. Environmental impact assessment. So the first thing that has been given here is what is EIA. So this can act as your introduction in the answer. Look here. यहाँ पे environmental impact assessment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paragraphs are given. इसमें से क्या लिखोगे as introduction? नहीं पता ना क्या लिखोगे, but here it's already given 4 to 5 lines. Just remember these. इसमें से 2-3 लाइन चिपका दो and you're done. Right? So ready introduction. Plus if you read this, you also get the revision of what is EIA. The second thing is notification. That is this type. मतलब exemptions, provisions, सब कुछ दिया है. The process that we saw here in the core book is very much aligned and given to you in a proper structure. Right? Plus यहाँ पे देखो environmental NGO and activist influence in EIA processes. Things that have been covered कि PYQs में क्या आया है, क्या क्वेश्चन आ सकता है. Not only what has come in the PYQs, but also what can be predicted. What has been predicted has also been given to you. So the core content, the PYQ content, plus the predictable content, everything is given in this X factor notes with current affairs updation. What else do you want? बस इसी को पढ़ना है. So your target for the second phase will be to complete GS 1, 2, 3, 4 using X factor notes and writing answers. Practicing practicing the PYQs, practicing the answer writing. Okay, itna. This is a very short strategy. See your issues with draft, EI, everything. ठीक है. इसमें एक और रोल आता है making notes. Okay, so the mentor helps you to make one-pager notes as well. So this is an idea about how one-pager notes are made. EIA है, process क्या है, what are the challenges, what are the categorization exemptions, what is the way ahead. We write way ahead in the answers every time. So what is the way ahead, what are the case studies, and you keep on updating each and everything in the notes. Right? So this is how you are supposed to complete the preparation of your mains in the second phase with each subject. So these are again, see, ये तो science and technology के है notes. So this is how we make sure कि students notes बनाएं अपने. We make sure that we keep on checking what kind of notes they are making. This is history content, Asian content, art and culture content, micro theme based one-pager notes for Sangam literature. What happens? What works are there? What is the literature? What is Pali and Prakrit literature? Everything has been covered in these notes. This is how you should make notes. Okay, so we provide you the content, but we don't only tell you to stick to that. We make sure that you also understand that how to make one-pager notes. So mentor helps you to make those notes also. So अब ये notes कैसे बनाने हैं? You have to use PYQs. Okay, PYQs are gold because UPSC steps on its own PYQs to make the next year questions. Okay, it is going to take PYQs as its own base to frame the questions next year. So PYQs are very important, and this is how to analyze the PYQs, how to make the one-pager notes, how to read the X factor notes, and which topics to focus more. Everything is taken care under mentorship. Okay, strategy, you understand. Content, I have shown you what content and how content can be taken care of. This everything is everything consolidated with mentorship. Okay, PYQs are gold, but we make sure that you understand how to use the PYQs. This is a PYQ micro theme platform that Civilsdaily has created. Each and every topic, each and every subject, जो themes है वो सब दिए गए हैं. Judiciary, how many questions have come in the last 10 to 12 years given there? Political theory से कितने आए हैं? Tap on any one of the theme and you will get all the questions with solution over here. What else do you want, guys? Okay, you don't have to sit and analyze all the PYQs also. आपको analyze करके दिया है, आपको X factor notes दिए हैं. You also get the guidance on how to make one page notes. Everything you have, you just have to study. Okay, this is how you complete the second phase. In the second phase also, one more thing that comes is current affairs. Okay, why current affairs plays an important role, and how Civilsdaily, or how we make sure that current affairs imbibe a very important role. We make sure through Samachar Manthan. Now, this is something that each of us, our ranker, has used. Okay, Samachar Manthan is a weekly program. Isme the biggest change or biggest game changer that we introduce is test. Okay, you can see here SM Prelims test. So every week we have this test on the important current affairs where we make 20 MCQs. Okay, 20 MCQs. Also, with this, we also have a test on mains. That means ये prelims का तो हो गया 20 questions, but हर week में हम 5 questions frame करते हैं. We frame 5 questions of mains. Okay, related on the news. You just have to answer those. We make the evaluation. We also give you the model answers. So every week, if you start attempting 5 questions from the first phase, but at the end of second phase, you will be so good in answer writing that it will help you in your mains preparation also. Understood? So this is how current affairs is going to also help you. So the content includes the X factor notes, the current affairs, the dominate test, everything, the annotated NCRTs, all. So first phase में ही start करना है समाचार मंथन, reading समाचार मंथन, giving test, starting answer writing there itself, so that at the end of the first phase you know how to do answer writing, so that जब आप second phase start करते हो, whenever you start doing the second phase, you will know how to do the answer writing. Okay, got it? So the third phase is prelims, because after December what you are going to focus on? You're going to focus on your prelims, right? जो May में होता है. So in that we have to make sure that we read, we revise, and we give daily test. If we do these 3 things, we are exam ready. So what is Dominate Prelims? So this is a program that we take once we start the preparation of prelims from January. So in Dominate Prelims, we make sure that we understand or give you an idea of what logical elimination is, because prelims is not only about knowledge, but it's also about how to mark or how to choose the correct answer, right? It's also about elimination, okay, logical thinking. So here, hard work has no alternative, but smart work should be complementary. Hard work to आपको करना ही पड़ेगा, but smart work is there. So in the Dominate Prelims, we take care about all of these things. We make sure that you read everything, you have read everything, you have completed the revision, and we give you daily tests so that you also analyze at each and every step that how much has been completed, how much good I am in this particular topics. ठीक है? So from January till February end or March, we make sure that all the syllabus is complete at least once, reading with test. Then we start with the second round of revision plus test, CSAT, current affairs, logical elimination worksheets, and then we hop on to the full length test. All right. So this is how the whole phases of yours should end till May. Okay, आप start करोगे core book reading से, and then you will end it for your preparation of prelims. If you do this well, आपका prelims crack होने के बाद जो 3 महीने और maybe 2.5 2.5 months that UPSC gives you for the preparation of mains, that will be covered off. क्यों? Because आपने आंसर राइटिंग पहले से कर लिया है, आपने मेंस का प्रिपरेशन पहले ही कर दिया है. 2.5 months will be sufficient for you. This is an example of how my student has been writing Samachar Manthan continuously, and this is the progress that I can see. Okay, of course, there is a lot to do, but she is mains ready now. So when she qualifies prelims, it will be easy for her to just study and start answer writing. So she's good in that. Okay, so we make sure that you are at a very, very good level for answer writing since day one. आप पहले से आंसर राइटिंग करो. How to do that? Everything will tell you. ठीक है, उसका कुछ टेंशन नहीं लेना, but we just make sure that you start writing answers. All right. So this is how internalized Civilsdaily framework is.